Hello students, today we'll be discussing about DNA molecule. Our main focus will be on the structural part of DNA. So DNA basically stands for deoxyribose nucleic acid, and of course we'll be also be discussing RNA molecule. RNA stands for ribose nucleic acid. So our main aspect, the main part that we'll be discussing today will be the molecular part. In general, the uses of DNA and RNA, like if you do not know, they are the basic heredity unit. So for the transfer of characteristics, for the enzyme synthesis, for the protein synthesis, these molecules are very much crucial. So, but again, because actually we are doing the topic biomolecules, so our main focus will be on the structural aspect of it, not the functionality of it. They perform a very basic function, but that functional aspect is more close to the subject of biology. So that we'll be discussing under biology section, not today. So today we'll be focusing on only on the molecular aspect of it, only on the structural aspect of DNA and RNA. Okay, so let's go ahead. So first we have the ribose sugar over here. Ribose structure looks like something like this. And then we have another structure at carbon number 2. We have one oxygen less over here. So this is known as what the deoxyribose sugar. So if in the structure ribose sugar is present, we call that thing as what the ribose nucleic acid. And if this type of sugar is present at which carbon number 2 one oxygen is not present, we call it what the deoxyribose nucleic acid. This thing is very obvious. Now then we have what a different type of bases over here. So in DNA structure, what happens is the basic structure looks something like this. From overview, if you want to see, the structure look like this. This is the structure, double helical structure of DNA. So there are strands over here. These are strands over here. This is known as what the backbone of DNA. Now this backbone of DNA is made up of these ribose sugar. Okay. And then of course there is a base molecule. I'll talk about base molecule shortly. And then we have like one phosphate group over here. So when we have ribose sugar with the base molecule, we call that thing, we call that combined structure as nucleoside. With ribose sugar, base molecule and a phosphate group, we call that structure as what the nucleotide. So one is nucleoside, ribose sugar and a base molecule. And then we have nucleotide, ribose sugar, base molecule, that is nucleoside plus phosphate group at this particular position. At carbon number 5, phosphate group get attached over there. And at position number 1 in ribose sugar, we have a base molecules over here. Now what are these base molecules? So base molecules mostly or mainly consist of, there are two categories over there. One is purine and one is pyrimidine. So in purine, what happened, it is like, of course, it's a double ring heterocyclic structure. So this is the structure of purine, and the modification of purine at certain position gave us adenine and guanine and caffeine. Caffeine is not present in DNA and RNA. It is a type of purine, right? So this is the structure of purine molecule, and the modification of purine can like give us adenine and guanine, right? Caffeine is just a very famous molecule. It is not present in DNA. It is just famous. And then in pyrimidine, so this is the basic structure of pyrimidine, and the modification of pyrimidine structure gave us thymine, cytosine and uracil. So what happened in DNA molecule? So in ribose sugar, I have drawn one ribose sugar, ribose or deoxyribose sugar. Then we have a phosphate group over here, and then we have one base over here. This base is either a purine molecule or a pyrimidine molecule, right? So in and what happened is in DNA, as I was drawing this structure, so if this base is A, in the another strand of DNA, the base has to be T. When I say, I actually meant adenine. So adenine short form is A, thymine short form is T, guanine short form is G, and cytosine short form is C, because we need to write these structure many times. So instead of writing the entire structure, we just represent them by letter A for adenine, T for thymine, G for guanine, C for cytosine, and U for uracil. Okay. So what happened? These base molecules are basically these. So A always combines with T with a double bond, and guanine or G always combines with C with triple bond. Now what about uracil? So in DNA, this is the scheme over there. A combines with T with double bond, G combines with C with triple bond, and if adenine is present in one of these strand of DNA, then the complementary, then the opposite part of adenine has to be thymine. Okay, if instead of thymine you have uracil, then that structure will be RNA. So in RNA, what happened, there are two differences. First of all, in the sugar molecule, and second, in terms of the base molecules. So in base molecules, there is no thymine present in the RNA structure. We have uracil instead of thymine. Now if you see like these two structure, no, these are like exactly same. We just have like one methyl group extra over here, right? So when we number them, it is just so methylated uracil is known as thymine. So adenine combines with T, or adenine is attached to thymine via double bond. Guanine is attached to cytosine via triple bond in DNA molecule. In GC, that is GC part is still present in RNA, but A combines with uracil instead of thymine. So that is another major difference between DNA and RNA. There are many, but structurally these are like the important ones. And over here, I have tried to like draw one structure over here. So these are the strand which I was drawing over here. This is the backbone over here. Okay, so this structure, this structure, this and this structure is basically these phosphate molecule and the deoxyribose sugar. This is of particular case of DNA. And okay, and see over here, guanine is attached to cytosine via at these three different positions. You need not to by heart these molecules. I am just drawing it just for the sake of completion of the entire nucleic acid topic, right? So just for the basic understanding, remember this part. So the backbone consists of phosphate molecule or ribose sugar, sorry, deoxyribose sugar in case of DNA, and deoxyribose is attached to the base. In the other part of it, that is like another strand. We again have like the phosphate molecule, deoxyribose, and a base molecule. So, and okay, there is another thing over here. We call this one chain as what, the 5' to 3'. The another one has to be complementary to it. So this has to be 3' to, of course, 5'. Now this prime basically number we use to represent the carbon atom of the ribose sugar. We cannot use 1, 2, 3, 4 in case of ribose sugar, because that we give to these base molecule. The numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 get exhausted over here. So we have to come up with the like new solution. So instead of naming them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we name them as 1 prime, 2 prime, 3 prime, 4 prime, and 5 prime. Prime is nothing but the apostrophe over the number. So this 3 prime is nothing but that third carbon of the ribose sugar. Okay, and 5 prime is nothing but what, the fifth carbon of the ribose sugar, and it is a complementary structure. So if one chain runs from 5 prime to 3 prime, another chain runs from 3 prime to 5 prime, and 3 prime and 5 prime are nothing but the position of carbon atom in the ribose sugar. Okay, and that is it. A combines with T, G combines with C, and caffeine, of course, is just a famous molecule, so that's I've drawn over there. But it is a type of purine only. It is not present in DNA and RNA molecule. It is just present in coffee. And then, of course, then we have uracil. So this was the structural explanation of DNA and RNA molecule. Now in RNA, I can like add little more things over here. RNA again consists of three types of main RNA are there. That is mRNA, rRNA, and tRNA. So mRNA is basically messenger RNA, tRNA is basically a transfer RNA, right? And rRNA is nothing but the ribosomal RNA. And just like little bit, I think I'm just repeating myself. So what happened is DNA makes the RNA. So DNA makes actually mRNA. Then mRNA with the help of tRNA and rRNA produces the end result, that is the enzyme or protein. And enzymes and protein in terms of bio are nothing but the characteristics. So the skin color or the hemoglobin molecules, that how do they basically function, all depends upon these things only. Okay, so the process of making RNA from DNA is known as transcription, and the process of protein or enzyme synthesis from RNA, three types of RNA, they like they coordinate together and give us like one protein molecule, is known as what, the translation. And that is it. So we have like three type of RNA. DNA to RNA is transcription, and RNA to protein synthesis is translation. So that is like good enough like to understand about these topic, and that is it. Thank you.